Happy Hump Day! Hi, my IG followers, my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining me once again for our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live tutorial. I can see Instagram and Facebook is trying to get the eyeballs on, and I will I can see people are coming on right now. Fantastic. If you're joining me on Instagram, say hi. If you're joining me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, make sure you type your name. Otherwise, I will not be able to see who is here with me. So today, we start our 3-part series of how to plan a profitable in-person ticketed event, okay? Or ticketed in-person event. How to plan a profitable ticketed in-person event. This is a 3-part series. Hi, Charmaine. Long time no see. I was just about to text you to see where have you been. So we want to be able to talk about that in 3 parts because there's too much for me to share all in one session. So today is part 1. Part 1 is also the most important part of the 3-part series. In fact, every single part is important, but if we don't get this right for part 1, everything else is going to go a little messy, okay? So if you are a coach or consultant or event planner who do ticketed in-person events, or you're helping someone, if you're an event planner, helping someone to plan a ticketed in-person event, you must watch today's session, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to go into the teaching. So I probably have to teach really fast because I need to end at 12:30. All right. So today we're going to talk about the common mistakes people make, okay? The common mistakes that I see that a lot of people make when they are planning their ticketed in-person event. So let's just define what exactly is ticketed in-person event. I just realized that I haven't introduced myself because I was so eager in teaching. So for those of you who's watching me the very first time, my name is May Yo Silvers. I'm the owner of M2 Hospitality, a multiple 6-figure profit event planning company. I help corporate 500 companies to plan and execute their in-person events, and also 6 to 8-figure coaches to plan, strategize, and execute their ticketed in-person events. I'm also the owner, founder, event mentor for Events for Anyone, where we have a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Eventrepreneur, where we help event planners to start and grow the event planning company into a multiple 6-figure profit business. So today, we're going to start the part 1 series of the 3-part series of how to plan a profitable ticketed in-person events. So part 1 series, we're going to focus on the common mistakes being made, okay? Now, I'm going to share 10. I'm going to try to share 10, depending on how much time we have. So the part 2 series, we're going to talk about ticket pricing and sales strategy. Part 2 will be what to do for on-site management and post-event evaluation. So part 1 will be the mistakes being made, overview of the 3-part series, and then part 2 will be ticket pricing and sales strategy. Part 3 will be what to do on site and what should you do after the event to evaluate whether this event is profitable or not. Okay? Oh, you're welcome, Jacqueline. Long time no see. All right, so we start now for part 1, common mistakes. So mistake number 1, hosting the event or putting together the event, okay, the ticketed in-person event without any concrete objective defined. Without any concrete objective defined. What are examples of events that don't have an objective? When I speak to a coach, okay, who are the people who hire me to do their ticketed in-person event, when I speak to a coach, I ask her, why do you want to have this in-person event? And it'll be like, oh, I just want to hang out together. I want to hang out with my clients. Just want to have a good time together. I ask my clients inside the mentorship program who are event planners, when they say they want to host a ticketed in-person event, I will ask them, what's the objective of hosting this event? Oh, I just want to have a brunch and then have people come together, we hang out, we network. That is not a defined objective, okay? A defined objective means when you want to host a ticketed event, in-person event, you have to ask yourself, what is the end goal of doing this event? Objective could be brand awareness. You want to tell people that you are in business. You want to tell people what your company do. Okay, what does your company do? You want to sell something. Okay, for coaches and consultants, your objective will be brand visibility, enrollment, extend the lifetime value for your clients. So for your event planners, when you host a ticketed in-person event, one of the events that I myself do a ticketed in-person events. What is the objective of me hosting the ticketed in-person event? I always teach. So I continue to assert my authority. I continue to nurture my new followers who come to the event. I continue to nurture my existing clients who come to the event. And then I also try to extend their lifetime value. That means I give them a reason to want to continue to work with me. If you are an event planner, you want to do a ticketed in-person event or an in-person event, okay? Then you want to think, who are the people who are coming? So without having an objective, it's very difficult to decide who are you going to invite, okay? For if you want to sell something, then you want to invite people who don't know anything about you or know something about you. They're familiar with you already. So you need to define what is the end goal of having this ticketed in-person event. So if you want to organize just a brunch for people to come and network, who are the people you're inviting? Vendors, because you said to network, right? But if you want to host a ticketed brunch where it's Mother's Day and people to buy the tickets to come together with their mom, then you can use the objective as let's all hang out together. That's great. But the objective will also be brand awareness. So people see how you plan events. People see you, your personality. They're able to connect with you, and you get to meet people face to face. Now you'll be able to talk about your company. So if they want to plan events for themselves, then who would they call? You, because they already know you. They have come to your event. They have enjoyed the experience that you're given to them. So that could be an objective as well. So you have to start thinking, what is the objective of the event? Because the objective of the event is going to drive everything else. The ambience, the venue, and also who you need to invite. And also to evaluate, did you hit your objective, okay, for doing the event. So second mistake, hosting the event without data to prove there is a need and a want to have an in-person event. So you may want to have the in-person event, but people may not want to come. Just like if you say that I want to have an in-person event to talk about this particular topic, ABC, XYZ, whatever that is. Okay, let me just move. Okay, right here, my Instagram. So, but if that topic or the activity that you are promoting, okay, is not of interest, there is no evidence to show that people want to pay money to come to you, then why would you have a ticketed in-person event? There hasn't been a demand. So if you are a coach and a consultant, you want to be able to ask your ecosystem, okay, your followers and your existing clients, do they want to learn in person? Do they want to meet in person so that you can build a community, build relationship? And if they do want to come, what would the agenda look like? What do they want to learn? What do they want to experience? So if you don't have a concrete data, then your agenda is all based on what you think they want. It may not be what they really want. So I make that same mistake myself. Like, good thing is, whatever I teach, people always want to learn. But I make the same mistake that I did not collect data from the general public. Hey, do you want to come for an in-person event? Or do they want to just learn virtually? Okay. Is there a demand for people who wants to come together to celebrate Mother's Day? Is there one? Or do they want to do something else and not be stuck in a room to listen to something? So you need to collect data in your immediate environment, in the environment that you know you're going to invite these people to come. You need to ask them, hey, do you think it would be fun to come together? If you want to come together in person, what would you like the day to look like? You want to collect data for that, okay? Mistake number 3, securing. I need to plug in my computer before it dies. So securing a venue, okay? Securing a venue based on what you want instead of aligning with an objective. This is a very commonly made mistake, especially for coaches, okay? I have coaches who tell me that, oh, I want to do this event on a beach. It has to be oceanfront. I'll be like, okay, what is the objective of this event? Oh, I want to enroll people into the program. Oh, I want to talk about brand awareness. Event planners as well, okay? They do their own in-person event. Oh, I want to let people know what I do. Brand awareness. I want to grow more followers. Okay. So are you teaching anything? Are you showing something? Are you doing a demo? Are you producing any content that is going to grow your brand awareness? Are you producing any content that is going to compel people to say, I want to work with you? So once you gather the data, okay, once you gather the data of why people want to come to your event, then you have to think, okay, if I want to be on oceanfront property costs money, okay? Especially if you want to come during, like in Miami. Miami, when is our peak season? Our peak season picks up from January to March, okay? January to March, even I would say after Thanksgiving to March, the weather is perfect. People go to the beach, right? Oceanfront property, the rates are super, super, super high, very expensive. But if your objective is to talk about brand awareness, you want to show them the things that you can do, or you want to enroll people into your program for coaches and consultants, for event planners, brand awareness, or just people to hang out, then you have to think, do you really need an oceanfront property? Because now, of your own needs and wants, you want an oceanfront property, you just jack up the price of your pricing of your ticket, okay? Because of what you want. Your people may be happy in downtown Miami, where there's a lot of shopping and things are cheaper. So is it more for them or more for you? Okay, is it more for them or more for you? You want to be conscientious of how you price your ticket, and your venue cost is one of the biggest ticket item. So pick a venue based on the objective of the event. Do you really need to have oceanfront? If you are a coach that do spiritual wellness, physical wellness, okay? So I have a girlfriend, she is a fitness coach. She may want to have an oceanfront property because she may want to have a boot camp or sunset yoga, sunrise yoga on the beach. Then that's legit. But everything else, you have to ask yourself, oh, it's the nice to have and the must have. This is something that you need to consider so that we can be sensible about pricing our ticket and also our bottom line. Okay? All right. So mistake number 4. This is very related to mistake number 2. Not gathering enough data to determine how the event agenda should look like. You want to talk about certain topics, but your attendees may want to include other topics and workshop format. So for you, this is an example of, okay, so I want to teach all day long. All right, for my own ticketed in-person event, I want to teach all day long. But I've come to the realization that the people who come to my event, because I ask them, I collect data, they say that I actually will want to have 1 or 2 hours to be in a little workshop with the other people at the event to work on what you just taught in the morning. So instead of listening to me for a whole 8 hours, they actually want to have a co-working session. So when they want to have a co-working session, that means I need to take into consideration the setup for the event. It could no longer be just classroom style watching me. It has to be a setup where people can actually sit together, put something, their laptop on the table and co-work, all right? And put together a conducive space for them to write things. So this is just one example. Another example is if you are doing enrollment and you want to be able to teach, nurture them, but then you want to be oceanfront, you want to incorporate yoga on the beach, you want to incorporate happy hour on the beach, that all those take time. All those takes up time on your agenda. And when you take out time on your agenda, you have to take away time for something else. If people are coming to want to learn from you and you put in all this experience, they are very nice. But people want to make sure that whatever they're paying for the ticket, they actually walk away with what they think they're going to get. If you're promoting what they're going to get is you're going to come and learn, apply, but then you have all these other experiential activities, which I'm not saying that don't do it, but you need to understand the core objective. You cannot take away the time from the main day where they can be learning from you because they thought that this is what the ticket is all about, this is what the event is all about, and then you put in all those things that take away the time from their learning. So you want to be able to go back to the objective, right? What's the objective of the event? What do your attendees want when they come to your event? And then make sure the agenda fulfill their needs first, their basic needs. And then if there's any extra time, you put in those nice activities. Okay, makes sense? So far, everybody is following. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, this is like a super hyper concise, like a mini workshop that I'm teaching right now. So I'm going a little bit fast, I know, but give me a hands up, give me a thumbs up, give me a emoji that you're following. Okay, now mistake number 5, putting your needs and wants before the attendees when crafting the agenda. This relates to, again, number 4, okay? So you may think that breath work is great. You may think that yoga on the beach is great, okay? You may think everything of this nature is great, but your peeps is for them, it's not a must-have. It's a nice to have. And for you putting your needs before them, therefore, you have to get an oceanfront property. Therefore, you need to hire somebody to conduct these activities. You just increase the rates for the ticket pricing. You are not fulfilling the basic needs of these people. You are fulfilling your own personal needs and you're thinking this is what they want. No, this is what they like. This is not what they want. This is what they like to have. So you want to always put their needs first. And how do you know what is their basic needs and what is their desirable wants? You do the questionnaire, you collect data. Like what I said, you need to collect data for point number 2 and point number 4. Okay. Point number 6, mistake. Pricing your ticket based on your gut feeling without analyzing the estimated cost of hosting the event. How many of you who have done ticketed in-person event price based on how much they think people will pay? What is the competitor charging? Instead of really knowing how much it costs for you to produce that event. So you need to price based on what is your core objective of having this event. If your core objective for having this event is to make money upfront and is also to book clients for your services, okay, then you have to start analyzing, okay, is this a marketing cost or is this a sales activity event that you actually want to make money upfront? So you need to price your ticket based on fundamental. How much does it cost? How much does it cost to produce this event? All right. Hey, Jonathan, thank you for joining me. How much does it cost to produce this event? Before you think about making a profit, okay? Before you think about ticket pricing, based on the objective of the event, you select a venue. Based on the data you collect, you craft an agenda. And then does it need to include all these nice to have activities? So you need to get all those costs in. Then you add in, do you want to make a profit by selling the tickets? Or do you just want to break even? And then you price your ticket price. It's not based on what your competitor is charging. Your competitor may be doing the event at a lower grade hotel or a venue that is cheaper than your venue, and they may not be serving all 3 meals. They may be only serving 1 meal. They may not be including all those experience in their event. Therefore, their ticket pricing is a lot lower than yours. Whereas for you, you want the whole shebang. Therefore, you need to charge the ticket higher. So don't charge based on what they're charging. Don't charge based on what you think people will pay, but do your math. Okay, I see this mistake happen all the time. So Please, mistake number 6, pay attention to this. Mistake number 7, giving yourself too little time to plan and sell ticket and secure sponsorship. I have people who come to me and say that, hey, I want to do an event in January, and talking to me now. We're in October, my friend. So we have November, December, and January. You're giving yourself no time, very little time to source for venue, very little time to source for vendors, to negotiate, very little time to order things without paying rush fee. And what is the most, the repercussion when you don't give yourself enough time? You don't have time to sell. You have very little time to sell your tickets. Okay, selling tickets should be at least 3 to 6 months out before your event, if not even a year out. So you want to be able to plan, first and foremost, the ticketed event with a peace of mind. Okay, you don't want to be rushing. And when you rush a sales process, nothing good is going to happen. My rule of thumb is I have at least 6 months to 9 months to sell tickets. And 3 months before the event, okay, 3 to 4 months before the event, I should have sold enough tickets organically, not using any ads, organically, that I know that I already have recouped the cost of producing this event 3 months before the event date. If by then I do not have enough tickets sold, then I will consider using paid ads. So these are the things you need to consider. You do not want to handicap yourself. And sponsors need advance notice as well. You don't want to be rushing to plan a ticketed event with no time given to your sponsors and no time for your team to sell, or you yourself to sell, to do any form of promotion. Okay, you may think that you'll be able to sell tickets very, very fast. There have been circumstances that I work with people that are able to sell tickets very fast, myself included. Okay, because I only want a small amount of people, so I don't have that many tickets to sell. No problem. And I also know that a lot of the people coming are my existing clients, so I'm not selling any tickets. So that could be an exception to the rule. But if you want, okay, these people are not in your ecosystem, they are outside your ecosystem, or they haven't worked with you before, you want time to be able to constantly promote, find partners to promote your event. So all this takes time. So don't sabotage yourself by giving yourself so little time to plan your ticketed in-person event. Okay. Mistake number 8, asking someone from your team to plan this event when they're not familiar with contract negotiation or event planning. All right. This happens a lot of times. This does not happen very much with my fellow event planners who are doing ticketed in-person event. Okay, perfect. Yes, Jonathan, let's talk about a Viva event. Let's chat when we're offline. So here, having your team to plan the event, this does not apply to my event planners. Okay, inside my program, outside my program, doesn't matter. If you are outside my program, I hope that you know how to plan event. So this is specifically talking to coaches and consultants who is using their in-house team to plan a ticketed in-person event. Listen, planning event is no brain surgery, okay? It's gathering people, selling ticket, order food, secure a venue, boom, show up and do the event, right? Sounds very simple. This is when you start to lose money, okay? If you think that is that simple. If you're having somebody who is not from the events field to plan a ticketed in-person event, now, ticketed in-person event, there's more skin in the game because you have to sell the tickets, all right? You are incurring costs upfront. So you're trying to recoup the cost. Now, how do we keep the cost low? By selling ticket, by selling sponsorship, by negotiating a kick-ass contract with your vendors and your venue. You're having somebody who is a marketing person, who's an executive assistant, who have zero idea about contract negotiation with vendors and venues. And a contract is a contract, right? You think a contract is a contract. Well, no. I can name you 10 things I can negotiate on a contract that's going to save you $100,000, guaranteed. I know that because I've done it. So does your admin, does your marketing team know how to negotiate attrition? Know how to negotiate F&B minimum? Does your events team know what's the soft cost and the hard cost for a vendor and a venue? Do you know what exactly to negotiate to mitigate your risk, your financial risk? event planners' value shoot up during COVID. You know why? Because clients used to sign contract blindly. They don't understand the contract, but this doesn't look so bad. Let me just sign it. Nothing's going to happen. And then COVID shit hits the fan. And then they start calling. Okay, I don't know. I don't know that I'm supposed to be liable for all this because you have no clue what you signed. So what happened? They start consulting event planners. Hey, can I hire you to renegotiate? I was like, hello, there's water under the bridge already. So you sign something without knowing exactly what you're signing. And that's exactly what happened when you get your team who's not skilled to do this, to negotiate a contract for you. Even though you may think that you're very good in negotiating a contract, if you get an expert to look at your contract, I guarantee you there will be 3 more things that they can negotiate on your behalf. You don't know what you don't know at this time. And also moving your team to take away their time to do their core responsibility and doing something that is not what they are good at, they take a longer time to do all this event planning, all this ticket sales strategy, all those sponsor sales strategy, because this is not what they do. If their job is client fulfillment, is to take care of your clients, you take them away from doing what they're supposed to do, the client will not be fulfilled. Now your team is frustrated because they can't do what they're supposed to do because you got them to do something else. Same thing, you get your sales team, you get anyone who's in charge of sales to do these events, you're taking away time for them to sell. So it doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, it costs a lot to hire an event planner, especially like me. But what is your opportunity cost? You have to think about that. Okay? All right. So mistake number 9, not measuring the return on investment after hosting each event. Oh my God, this one, after each event, oh, I'm so happy. It's such a great success. Everybody is happy. Yeah. Yes, everybody is happy because you just fed them. You gave them experience. All they need to do is pay for their own ticket and maybe even pay for their rooms, right? If they're not using points. But everything else is free. Everything is coming out from your pocket, okay? If you are not able to understand everybody's happy, fantastic, what is the end result? If you don't define your objective, you don't know what to measure. That's why the objective is so important. That's why the part 1 series is so important. I was supposed to drop this video last week and not teaching live. Then I changed my mind. I said, you know what? This is too important. I need to teach this live. So if you don't know how to calculate the return on investment, give you one example. If your objective is for enrollment, your return on investment will be how many people enroll? How many people did I enroll? Or your objective is brand awareness. How many followers did I gain? Okay, if your event planner, your objective is people hiring you to do events, did I get people come up to me to ask me to plan their next event? You have to be able to calculate your return on investment. Everybody's happy, great. That's the bare minimum that you need to do. But where's the dollars and cents? Where's the tangible where's the tangible results and the intangible results? You have to define all that. Okay. So mistake number 10, I cannot believe I'm able to just power this through. I'm just 3 minutes late for my Zoom call, but we'll make it happen. So number 10, not following up after the event to gather data that's going to help determine how best you can do for your next event. Okay. So you're not gathering data after the event. You're not collecting feedback. Hey, did you enjoy this experience or that experience? Did you enjoy these topics? What more do you want to teach? Do you think these days are good? These dates are good? Do you like this venue? Do you think we should be oceanfront? Do you think we should be in a cosmopolitan city? All those things. You want to be able to collect feedback from your people, all right, who came. Then you know what to do. Like the feedback that I was given was, May, when are you going to do another next in-person event that is not in Florida or not in Fort Lauderdale? I mean, I would definitely consider moving coast to coast, maybe one in New York and then one in Florida, one in Texas, and then one in California. Right. So it's in the works. All right. But you have to collect enough data to be able to know what to do best for your next event. So this is the top 10 mistakes, okay, that I just highlighted. So ask yourself, if you have planned ticketed in-person event, audit yourself. How many out of these 10, how many mistakes did you commit? Okay. If you commit more than 2, you're in trouble. That's why your events either is not running efficiently, profitably, or not as profitable or as efficient as it could be. All right. So you want to be able to evaluate that. For those of you who haven't done a ticketed in-person event, then watch this video again. It's streamed on LinkedIn, it's streamed into Instagram, it's inside my Facebook group, and it's also streamed to YouTube. So everything of my handle is at Mayo Silver. So go look for it and watch this. All right. If this is something that you want to do or you plan to do. Okay. I hope that I have served you well. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up, emoji, love, so the Facebook algorithm is able to keep showing this when they come into when people are searching. Okay. Now, quick announcement: we are doing our last workshop, Passion to Profit workshop, which is happening next week. Okay. This is our very, very last workshop for the year. So it's happening October 25th to 26th. And it's called CEO Business Audit Masterclass. And this is a 2-day event at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, Wednesday and Thursday next week. And on Wednesday, I will be talking about, this is all CEO driven. Now, if you have not have a business yet, or a lot of people do not see themselves as a CEO, therefore they do not recognize what will be their roles and responsibilities. A lot of you are working in the business and not on the business. You should sign up for this masterclass. Okay. On that Wednesday, I will be talking about the CEO mistakes that I made, basically doing non-CEO work. And I'm going to talk about what are those non-CEO work that I did that cost me so much money and time. And you may be doing that in your business. So you want to stop that madness. Okay. So Wednesday, I'll be teaching about the CEO mistakes that I made and the lessons that I learned. What lessons did I learn that I implemented into my business, and therefore it becomes the way it is today. Then the next day, I'll be talking about 5 core CEO duties that you should be doing. Number 1, how to evaluate whether your marketing strategy is working. Number 2, how to evaluate your sales process. How come you can close some leads and sometimes you don't? Number 3, how to evaluate whether it's a good lead or a bad lead. Not all business is good business. Number 4, how to evaluate if you're actually making a profit for every single event that you do. Number 5, how do you know if you're hitting your financial goal and how soon or how long it's going to take for you to hit your financial goal. I'll be talking about that. This is a ticketed event and it's at $37 and it comes with bonus. Okay, there will be 2 bonus mini course you will get. Number 1, which is my pricing course. You get that. Number 2, a video tutorial and a checklist of the 7 most commonly faced scenario when you're talking to a potential client. What do you say when they say this? So I give you exactly what to say. This is invaluable. You want to be able to sign up for the masterclass to see me teach live, and then you get a replay. If you can't live, you cannot come on live, no problem. You get a workbook. In addition, you get those 2 those mini course. And there's also a bonus, a 3rd bonus, but you will know about it once you sign up for the masterclass. That's about it. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate all of you giving me your time. I hope I've given you enough information to give you some things to think about when you're planning your next ticketed in-person event. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. My clients inside my mentorship program, I'm going to be teaching personal branding, and I'm 8 minutes late. I'm going to Zoom. Thank you for your patience. See all of you. Bye.